Hello everyone, welcome to this assignment of e-skills at the Artevelde University. This video is the result of the analysis of 12 different websites for the course of e-skills. The items we are going to discuss are content, functionality, authority and attractiveness. Since you can't compare apples with pears, we also didn't compare some 12 random websites. We looked at our interests and browsing habits and came up with 4 different categories, namely schools, airlines, news sites, and booking real estate websites. We hope you have a nice time watching this video, and if there are any more questions, you can always contact us in the comment section below. So first off, we are going to look to 3 different news sites, in particular De Redactie, VTM News, and Daily Nation, or News from Kenya. No. Okay. So we start off with the content. All 3 sites bring like the general news, like you can see here. It's the general news per section, per category, also on VTM News and on the redaction as well. Here. Yeah, it's a news site, so in general it's almost the same. As you can see, it's like binnenland, so internal country. World news is also the same here. The redactie. Biggest difference we can see here is that the redactie can be put in English, like you can see here, and then it becomes VlaandersNews.be. But this site is also a lot smaller, because not every article is translated, of course, and it's also a bit buggy, it seems. Okay, so I'm gonna stay with the Dutch version. For this, the redactie is unique. You can put it also in German and in French. For VTM, this is not possible, and Daily Nation is only in English as well. Information on all 3 websites are easily accessible for a common user. For a new user, it's not hard either, because it's a new site and not everything. Everything has to be clear, of course. We can see, for example, that all sites use almost the same way of categorizing. Like I said before, it's binnenland, buitenland, and here in Daily Nation it's news, politics, Africa, world. As you can see. To contact those news sites, it's a bit different. Here Daily Nation is the best actually, because wherever you click on the bottom of the screen, you can find the Contact Us button and also the frequently asked questions. This is not the case at VTM. You cannot find anything actually. There is no Contact Us except for the 4040 button, which brings you to this site where you can send in news that you were personally saw or something. At the redactie, it's also a bit weird, because you can only find it at the home button. So when you go to the home button, you would think it will be somewhere on the bottom, but nonetheless it's not just in the bottom, it's somewhere over here. Okay. And here it's called customer services. So when we click on it, it brings us to this tab. The mouse is a bit buggy. As you can see, it seems that the customer service is not really nice in comparison with the rest of the site. For example, it seems like the text is shifted out of the green areas, which is maybe a bit buggy. I'm just gonna pause for a second. Okay, so for feedback and comments on articles, we can see that at the VTM, when we just gonna click like a random article, this one, at the bottom of the article you can comment, like you see here. You can comment on the article, this is also the case at Daily Nation. So I'm gonna go to, for example, politics, We click on this one, and there we can see as well. Oops, yeah, here you can start a discussion. But at the Redactie, this is not the case. Here, well, if it's loading, okay. Here we cannot see anything to react on the website itself. The only thing we can do is like permalink it or tweet it, but this is also the case on, oops. Yeah, this is also the case with VTM. You can also share it on Facebook or share it on Twitter, and also here should be able, yeah, like here on Facebook and Twitter, and also Google Plus and all these others. Yeah, I already mentioned that the navigation is quite similar everywhere. So now I was gonna check for online payments. So we have at the Redactie, if it's loading, there should be a bar here. I'll try it with the home button maybe. That sucked. Okay, yeah, now we see it. Here is the web shop. So, and this web shop brings us to another site. It's called Media Boutique, where you can see that they make use of a shopping cart. So, and the products they have is books, strips, comic books, yeah, music, DVDs, and other merchandising. At VTM, this is not the case. You cannot buy anything in particular on this site, but I guess if you go to like the normal VTM site, like here, it's linked, then there will be like a merchandise shop as well. What we can see here at Daily Nation is that we can go to e-papers, and e-papers brings us to the Nation Media Group, Media of Africa, where you can subscribe and pay for one of these newspapers. Okay, then I wanted to tackle the fact that Daily Nation has a lot of links actually. You can see, and it's not only their sites, it's also to other newspapers. That's a bit off in comparison with the Belgian sites, which keep their links to all the sites they own, like VTM2B, Vitaya, VTM Kazoon. And at the Redactie, it's on top. We have news, we have sports, which brings us to Sports.be. We have culture, we have the weather, we have traffic, and we have a radio station as well. Since there is no information about the development of the site or the maintenance, we can only take a look at the how is it called? The terms of use. Yeah, the terms of use. So for VTM, I had a bit of trouble finding it, but it seems the terms of use have to be found on the VTM.be site, and there you can normally like. Oops, just gonna pause for a second. So okay, I found like on the VTM website itself, you have here gebruiksvoorwaarden, which are terms of use, and this is generally for all their websites, so also for VTM News. Yeah, this is a lot of information, but that's always in the terms of use, of course. Yeah, at the Redactie, it's only found at the same place as the customer service, so you can click it here. It's also quite the same actually. So I'm not gonna go further into detail with the terms of use, it's only boring. So now we are off to attractiveness. To be honest, I'm gonna say that in my opinion actually, VTM News is like the most packed one. If you look at the site, it's all the articles are like, how do you say, yeah, backed on each other. And also if you move your cursor over here, it's like the photo jumps in your face. It can be quite annoying. Also here it comes to the top, like the general introduction of the article. At the Redaxi, what I like is the fact that they use green text. It's nice, it's calming. It's also very clear, and a lot of white in comparison with them, which is kind of darker. Well, only at the top. And for Daily Nation, if you go to the homepage, I have to be honest, it looks a bit more, bit older. Like all their articles are written in kind of dark gray text, and it's a lot of white. It's not very attractive in my opinion. So for me, the Redaxi wins, because yeah, you can see the green text and the green play buttons. It gives a cool. Yeah, they say green is like a cool color, so those cool colors are often seen as calming. Well, that was what I learned. I'm gonna leave the rest for Jasmine. Okay, thank you.
Okay, now we're gonna do the Immobilien and Real Estate website. You can see my face because this is like the fourth time we're trying this, and the cam is always failing, so it's gonna be without it. First of all, what are we gonna plan to discuss is Trivago. Well, Zimo, Trivago, and Airbnb. We start with Airbnb. First of all, the language settings. You can put it in every language you want. Lots of language options. And if you want to go to a place, let's say we go to Paris. Really nice city. Romantic. We already get an overview. I'm not locked in. We already get an overview of which places we want to go. Like we get a map, price range, check in, check out, the places, but it's a bit loading still. Oh, here we are. So it seems complete, and if you're gonna click on one place, you have normally all the information you need. Like if you here go down, you have the reviews, you see for how many guests it is, how many bedrooms, if there is a bed. It is complete, but yeah, that's all. You can also have a profile, and then you can like save some stuff. Trivago also has different language options. You can choose your country, you can choose your value, your currency, and your language setting. If you want to go to English, like you can change here if you want to go to another version. If you want to go to Paris via Trivago, then you have an overview of all the hotels. It's compact, the layout I like, and it's complete. What I don't really like about it is that you have the prices per night and that's the prices per overall stay, but that's something personal. I always think it's cheaper than what it is. Zimo, you can also change the languages to Dutch and French. It has way more buttons than the other two websites. So qua layout, it's much or less efficient. If you choose an apartment, you see all the information you need. You see the price, if the price has changed recently, the street, how many people already watched this. You also get something extra, so you get estimation of the energy of the insurance. But what I really like about it is that you have the service to flirt, like put your place to flirt. If you want to rent something, if you want to sell something, but you don't know how much people are gonna be interested in it or how much money you're gonna get from it, you can put it here to flirt. It's really nice. You can pay on Zimo itself. You're gonna have to go to the real estate. Same goes with Trivago. If you want to pay, you're gonna have to go to the booking site itself. And with Airbnb, you can pay on Airbnb. You have a lot of payment options. I'm gonna show them to you. like the help button is really helpful. Like you can see here, the payment options, credit cards, debit cards, Alipal, Google Wallet, sorry. And if you want to go to the procedure, you're just gonna click on how to start, how it works, and yeah, you get all the information you need. You have to click a bit more, but it's less buttons and it's compacter. I like it. Like I already showed you, you had feedback on the places you want to go, but if you're gonna click on the overall feedback, like here she has almost 5 stars, you get like the rating per item. You also get a feedback. Trivago also has a rating system, and you can also read the feedback of customers, but it's not really on Trivago itself, it's then with another booking site. They rate the hotel on stars and faces and colors, really nice. Houses, you don't really have any rating or feedback on this. Like I already talked about the functionality of Simo, I think it's really hard with a lot of buttons. Like if you compare it to Trivago, like you have the left sidebar, it's really handy, it's compact. Everything is in there that you need. And Airbnb, like I said, it has less buttons, and I like this. And if you want to add something, you just go to the help button. Interactiveness. Everything you like from all the 3D sites, you can share it with social media, like you see here. And our Airbnb, you also have the option to be interactive with the renter or with the host after you booked a room. But also you can answer on feedback and maybe ask for further explanation. Trivago also has the possibility to share with social media, like you see here, but interactive on the site itself is not really happening. And also the same with Simo, you don't really have interaction on the site itself except for the social media buttons, but you have to go to the real estate desk. What else do we have under functionality? We have also sometimes suggestions based on customer preferences. Trivago doesn't have this, it just gives a list with all the hotels. Zimo doesn't really have this either, but they give normally places from the same. Oh, I'm gonna have to go to if you want to rent something and you're looking for same places, you're not gonna find them, but you're gonna find similar places from the same real estate desks, like here. You just see previously, you don't have it for sale. With Airbnb, you have it if you just have clicked on a place. Like here, we still are in Paris. You just go to the totally button. After you have the map, you see similar listings. So you see places same as yours. They have the similar listings, but they don't have the hyperlinks to other websites. That is also for Trivago, also no hyperlinks to other websites, but for Zimo you have it. You have the partner sites at the end. You also find copyright, privacy, explanation about the cookies, what they do with it, what they take, and you also get the policies. We can click on it, but really to read, it's a lot of information and really boring information. It would actually be better if it would be like an infographic or something. For Trivago, you also have it. You always just go down and you find it, like here. Find it under info, same as in Simo, and for Airbnb itself, like here. Like with every website, if you read the whole terms of service and you go down, you see that they say please contact Airbnb. What I miss here a bit is that they don't really have a button to contact Airbnb itself. After this was authority. Now we still have, last but not least, attractiveness. I think personally, our group thinks that Airbnb is the nicest looking website and also the overall best consumer experience. Like you have like the little videos in the start. I really like it. It's visual appealing and also the photos itself are really good. You also have the mobile app. If you have wanted, you just click here, and the profile you can have like also in all three. The size are also really handy. Trivago has three colors: blue, red, and orange. I'm not really up for the bright colors, but I see it's okay. Like the layout is good. They work more on efficiency, and also you have the profile, and you also, if you go back, you have the app. Zemo is for us the least appealing. Like you have way too much buttons. Like the colors are okay, like blue and orange fits together, but just how to work it to consumer friendliness, it is, yeah, less appealing. But once you know the website, it is okay. They also have a mobile app, but you can find it. I don't find it on the website itself. Like I have to go to Google and type it type it in like Zemo mobile application or mobile app. I'm gonna just show you. And then you find it, but I don't know where you go from here on the overall website. But you also have an app. Okay, this was it. Next part is Belvine with the different schools.
Hello guys, so I'm going to do like the part about schools. My name is Belvine, and I'll just do a comparison of the schools based on the content, based on functionality, based on authority, and based on attractiveness. So I'll just go like website per website, and as I analyze the different elements to it, I'll just start with the Art of the Hoge School. And yeah, it's already in English, so I'll just start with the homepage. What I liked particularly about the homepage was that 5 seconds into the website, and the first thing you see is that they are already advertising their new courses, international business management, and that's the first thing that just captures your eye, you know. So within the homepage, like the key information that captures your eye is the course, the new course that they have in offer. If you look at the Vlerick Business School, let me see what we first see. You first see the Vlerick Award, and then further down you see looking for an impactful management course. Like you see them advertising their management programs, their MBA programs, and their master's programs. Let's see the Kenyatta University website. If you get here, the first thing you see is like a photo of the vice chancellor. Well, I could say she's the vice chancellor because I know her, but for a first time into the website, that's not the most captivating thing to see. So when it comes to content on the homepage, I could say that Artevelde and Vlerick really tried to just capture our attention with everything that they do offer. All the information on these different websites are like really relevant, but yeah, on the homepage you need to have something that will just sell like whatever it is you're offering. I will have to talk about the functionality as well. When we look at the functionality, this is in terms of navigation. If you navigate through the Artevelde website, well, it's not difficult. You just click on international business management, and you just have to keep on clicking and sub-clicking into the different things that you want. But if you compare it with Vlerick Business School, for instance, then Vlerick business schools just offers like a higher notch into like the whole navigation process, because if you click on the programs, they have a program finder. if you click on the program finder, it's like sort of filter option that you can get to use on the website. So for example, we have based on the program type, based on length, based on domain, and also based on language. So for example, you click on accounting, you click on short course, you click on the campus Ghent, it filters like all the other things, so you don't really have to struggle to get a course or find your way around this site. When we get to the Kenyatta University, they have lots of information on this site, lots of information. And it's just tiring. The fact you see it's like this loads of information and you don't even want to like continue like looking it up. And then sorry, that keeps on popping up. When we look at the elements about authority, let's see if when we talk about authority, it's mostly about the contact persons. So here, for example, for Vleric, I know that they do offer like the contact persons based on the specific program that you want. For example, the executive MBA Belgium. Let's take on that. If you scroll further down, you get a specific contact person. They give you the contact person of that specific program. Yeah, so you don't have to like struggle with it. When you come to into the article, the page, you have the contact information. When looking at the contact information, they will give you like the different contacts based on what you want. Is it an appointment you want to schedule? Is it an exemption you want? Or do you just want to get the general inquiries? When we get to the Kenyatta University website, what we have here is under the contact information, you have a whole list of the things, of the contact persons that you can get in touch with, and these are based on like these different schools, or rather the different courses and departments, and also based on the different campuses that they do have. The other thing that I would like to just discuss briefly is based on the attractiveness of the websites. I will start with the archive of the website. Just a moment, I have to keep on clicking back. Yeah, here we come. It's really nice. I particularly like this photo, of these people jumping. They just show like this energy, and you just want to get connected with them, and you definitely want to be part of that team, And then we look at the Vleric website. Cool combination of colors. They blend into each other so nicely. Nothing is overdone. Simple, precise, to the point. Kenyatta University, I did not really but we did not like this dark blue color. They could have gone for a more appealing color, so to say. I could just say that. So just to wrap this up, I will say that these are not really bad websites. The Art of the Hoba School website is really nice. Vleric is really nice. Kenyatta University is really nice. But when you compare them, like, there are going to be elements that you have to like just see that this one performs better than the other one. Yeah, and this does not only apply to the rules that we analyze, but also to the airlines, and to the hotels, and also to the news centers. So when it comes to content, I could say like content is key. So if the website doesn't have like relevant content, then it's not just selling. But for all these websites, they do have the relevant content, but the positioning like into the website is equally key. So I could just say that that's it. We do have a more detailed report on the on a Word document, so I wouldn't bother you with so much details right now. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Hello, I chose to compare the sites of the airlines. We chose to compare Ryanair with Iberia and Kenya Airways. We will start with Iberia because on this site your session expires quite quickly. So we will first look at the homepage very quickly because last time I made this video. It took me 17 minutes. So if we look at the homepage, we can see you have the options to travel, your flight before you travel, the whole experience, companies, whatever. You can book your flight plus hotel, flight plus a car, hotels and cars separately, and it can also recognize your recent searches. Also, you can see that there's a lot of options like they want to promote. For example, flights to New York, the cheap flights from Brussels, city breaks, also promoting for Madrid and Canary. They're really selling itself. So we are going from Brussels to Barcelona. We search. Now we get to the booking point. I forgot to select that my dates are flexible, so I can only see one day with the prices of that day. The annoying thing here is that you can only choose like some classes. You cannot choose options separately. Also, with a lot of prices, there's only one option possible. I will choose this one. You immediately see your details, the luggage you can take, and if your seat selection is included or not. Here I will do the same, and they indicate which one is the cheapest. So then I continue. I see my total price. Yes. And that you can also see that they really have big heart for people who are regular customers. You saw it in the previous pages as well. They really like the regular customers. Also, you have to log in quite soon, and then you can also look at your price breakdown, so the fare and the taxes. Okay, now you go to the Kenya Airways. On the home page you have to select your country. Belgium is not in there, so we take the Netherlands. You see that they're not really promoting something, but that they're promoting their airway and a flight, but not like particularly with prices and choose us, this is cheaper. Not really like promoting, they're just telling. Then here at the side you have a lot of options: book online, modify booking, online checking, flight timetable, flight status, talk to us, flying blue, book hotel. Here also you have a number of the contact center, so they really want to stress the fact that if you have any problems you have to call them or you have to contact them. Also you can see a lot of information here, also about the visa and the help, baggage allowance, special assistance, upgrade to business class, lounge information. On the other sides, maybe they had it, maybe they didn't, but if they had it, you had to look for it specifically. Here you can just see it in the top bar. Okay, you're also going to book. You can also book a hotel, but you cannot combine the flight with the hotel immediately. Also, you cannot book cars, or you cannot do extra options. I really choose Amsterdam because they don't fly from Brussels, also to Barcelona. For departure date, return date, and economy class. Here again, call, contact us, need help, contact us, the number. So they really want to stress that, okay, they're working with a site, but they don't want to neglect the customer service. This one is also very practical. You can see the dates um, close to your desired departure date, and you can choose like if you leave earlier or later to have the best rates possible. The thing with this site is I opened it 3 or 4 times with the same date, and the more I open, the more expensive my tickets are getting. So, but I think that's a little bit the same with all sites. So I will click on this one. Also, you have the problem here that you don't really can choose one particular option. You have to choose a class. You cannot choose options separately. And then I will be flying back here. That's why. Okay. I'm just clicking on some random boxes. I didn't really check the prices. And then before you can do anything else, you already have to enter your contact information. You can see your details here. You have also currency converter, which is quite convenient. And the payment is also quite okay. It's the same with all sites. Payment, just enter your credit card number, and then we have Ryanair. They're the first website to promote an app. If we take a look, here there is search, book, board, download or app. You can also see your flight details on the app. You can book your flight, your hotel, you can hire a car. This is my personal favorite because they offer a lot of options, and I think the site is also very attractive. We start booking Barcelona. There we go. Continue. The dates. There we go. Let's go. 1 passenger. And then we will see that now the convenient part comes. They already tell it here. You can choose your options quite separately. And we also have an offer for the business class today. They're really this is a site that is really trying to sell you something. It's not like I think from a commercial point of view, this is the best site. Also, you have the same as other ones. You can just scroll down and choose your prices. Take this one. Then we go down. We take, it's a little slow, but we take the cheapest one. Take this one here. There we go. And then we continue. And then the convenient part comes because you can choose you can choose everything separately, all your options. You can choose to reserve your seat, you can choose to do an early check-in, you can add some bags, get insurance, you can already hire a car for the week you're there. You can do so much. You can also have your hotel in partnership with booking.com, parking at the airport transfers, baby equipment, music equipment, sports equipment. You have a lot of options, and you can all add them separately. So I think this one is I think the easiest one to add options, and also you have a lot of more options on the other side. And then here you see your payment info and yeah, payment. So that was it. Thank you for listening.